So cross-legged or however you wish to find peace in this first moment of class. Place the hands in a gesture that feels right to you. That sort of harkens in what we've been working with all month. Head up, heart open. As things change, we lift to that moment. Again, the word of the day, surrender. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. We'll surrender breath after breath, move after move today. Then release the hands, nod your chin down to your chest, and rock the head from side to side. Rock the head to the right, pause there for a moment, and then complete a full circle. Head back over to the left and chin down to the chest. And then do that to the second side, left ear over towards the left shoulder. Pause. And then keep going. Head back over to the right and chin down to the chest. Okay. Lift the head, gently open your eyes, and find your way to all fours. In all fours, we'll give ourselves cat and cow to start to open. Place the hands under the shoulders, knees under our hips, and do cat and cow. I always find peace in coming to routine. Certainly cat and cow call to mind all of the practice. My body knows how to move, how to breathe here. It's a little easier to surrender in the moment. And then from cat and cow, do downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. Pedal out your feet a little bit. Shake the head a little bit. Let the breath go. Push the air out. Then find a very steadying downward facing dog. Press the hands down and forward. Reach the hips up, press the heels down. Change, lift the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank pose with the legs still lifted. And add a push-up, down and up, triceps straight back, elbows against the side in that push-up. Lift back to three-legged dog and set the leg down. And do it like this today. Lift the left leg up. Come forward, plank. And the foot can just hover a little bit above the ground, not a big lift. Add the push-up in. And then go back, set the foot down. Okay, step the right foot forward into your long, low lunge. Knee over ankle, fingertips in line with our toes. Lift the back leg high enough that if you look through, you can see your left foot, your inner ankle. And then take the twist, right hand up to the sky. I've been playing with this one here. Can you be so light on the left fingertips that from here you can stand up, balance, and kind of spin the arms, left arm high, right arm low. I lose my balance with it a lot, so it's a lot of play. And then both arms up to the sky, high lunge. Lower the hands down around the front foot. Step back to down dog. And then we'll try it on the second side. Step the left foot through. Again, I usually do a little cat back, look down the right leg, hip high enough that I can see to the inner heel, inner ankle. And then take the twist. And then lightly, lightly come off of that bottom hand. Try to cartwheel the arms, right arm up, left arm down. And then take both arms to the sky. Lower the hands around the front foot and step forward, both feet to the front of the mat. As you stand up, lift the arms to the sky. Take your right arm, hold on to the left upper arm bone, and reach up and over to the side. So a little crescent pose. Lean your head back into your upper arm. And then come back to the center and do it to the second side. Hold on, other side. Lift up and over. And that push the head back is the work that starts to bring upper back a little more opening that we need later in class. And then come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. And step back to down dog. Lift the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Come forward to plank. Put in a push-up or just hold the top of your plank. And go back to dog. And then do it on the second side, left leg up. Come forward. Push up. Down dog. Right leg again high. Step it forward. So we're doing what we've already done. Take the twist. And then stand up and cartwheel the arms. Starts to get maybe a little easier as we know what's coming. Right arm straight up to the sky as well. High lunge. Press the back heel down for warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Open the body, the energy full to the side. And lower the hands around the front foot. Step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Let's try it on the second side, left leg high. Step it forward and through. Left arm up to the sky in a twist. Light on the bottom hand so you can lift the torso, cartwheel the arms. Right arm up. And then join, left arm up. Most of this stays with you. Extra push of the back foot to the floor for warrior one. And then big open, big surrender to the side, warrior two. Lower both hands down around the front foot. Step forward. Come up halfway. Forward fold. Stand up, reach both arms to the sky. Keep the arms high. Okay, this time, interlace the fingers, thumb and first finger up. Lean to your right side. Push the hips off to the left. Squeeze in the glutes, push down through your feet. Come back to center and do it up and over to the second side. Nicely done. Come back to the center. One more round, a little more add-on. Exhale, fold. Step it back, down dog. Lift the right leg up. Come forward to plank. Leg lifted at the height you would like. Add in the push-up if you're still going there. Down dog. Left leg high. Come forward to plank. One more push-up. Set the left leg down, lift the right leg up. Here we go, step it forward. Tone in the abdomen, legs high enough that when you come from the twist, you've got something to stand into as well. Cartwheel, left arm up, right arm down. It's getting better. Right arm to the sky. Warrior one, back heel down. Warrior two, hips open, shoulders open to the side. Keep looking out at your front fingertips. Go back to your high lunge. So the hip has to close off again. Back heel up to the sky. And let's launch our way to warrior three, like an airplane. Balance on your right leg. Arms can go out to the front, to the side for those airplane wings, or all the way smooth back behind you. Lower it down to your lunge. Down dog. Lift the left leg up. Last side for this warm-up stretch. Step it forward. Left hand to the sky in the twist. Abs help you here. Come on upright. Right hand high. And then left arm joins. Push the back heel down for warrior one. Open out to the side for warrior two. Give it a breath. Go back to high lunge. Warrior three, balance on your left leg like a pendulum as the torso goes down, the back leg comes up. Try to lift from your inner thigh. Rotate the right hip around and down. Back into your low lunge, step forward again, right foot to the left. Half lift, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky, stay, arms up here, feet together. Lean over to the right. Push your weight into your left foot, the opposite foot. And take the right toes out to the side, maybe even lift up. Counterbalance the weight. Everything together. Up and over to the second side. Lean first. Secure strength in the legs, and then left foot out to the side. It can tap up or stay down. Nicely done. 2 feet together. Forward fold. Downward facing dog, step back. Lower your knees down to the mat. Turn your hands out to the sides of the mat. Thumbs face forward. Lift the right leg up and back. Swing the leg over to the left side. Look over your left shoulder. Tap the foot down. Come back up. And do 2 more taps. Tap down, look back, and up. Tap down, look back, and up. Set the right leg down. You choose. Keep the hands as is. A little more turn and rotation, more challenge. Thumbs will face out to the sides. Fingers back towards the knees. And then left side, lift the left leg up. It's a little pulse up to swing to the right side. Look over your right shoulder, tap the foot down, and then come back to the center. This little lift is the same thing we'll do lying down on our belly in just a moment. Do it one more time. Lift, swing and tap. Hands here helping us for peacock pose in a moment. Set both knees down. Sway a little bit back and forth. Okay, Be really smart and your best judge. Do you need to change the hands here? Out to the side or fingers forward. I'm going to try plank pose. If it works for you, keep the hands turned around. If it's too intense, please don't. So one foot goes straight back for plank, knee off of the ground. And 2. Squeeze in the glutes like mad to help you out here. Great work in the abdomen. And then set the knees down. Turn the hands around. Sit back on your heels for a moment. I like to go fingertips down, crease of the wrist together, and just move the hands back and forth for a little release. So that intensity, if you had hands backwards, is the same that goes in as we work towards peacock pose. But before peacock is lotus. Lay down onto your locust. Lay down onto your belly. Take your arms underneath your body. Pinky fingers together or close. If what we just did was intense, try making fists underneath you instead, and that might feel a little better. Or keep the hands out to the side. So here we go, there's fist underneath. I'm trying to rock my upper body a little bit round and down, shoulders forward and down. Lift the right leg up like it's going to swing to the side, but it's just lifting up, and then set it down. Lift the left leg up, swing it higher, and then set it down. Face to the ground here. Not chin, but forehead to the ground. And then let's try lifting both legs at the same time. Up, up, up. And then set it down. Extract your hands and push your body back to child's pose. Do child's pose more in the center of your mat. Sit on tucked toes and lift your torso upright. Take the hands just like you did underneath your body, but now bend at the elbows, stick them into your gut, and make the fingers face towards your knees like you did a few moments before in all fours. Stay and work here, round. Stick elbows into the gut. Or take your head all the way down to the ground. Here's my little help with the head down. Sometimes I take one hand out, and instead of trying to put the head close to my hand, I'm trying to already stretch out and go a little further forward, but it does put some pressure on forehead as you bring the hands back in. So you have to manage what works best for you. This is playtime, if you will. Stretch one or both legs up and back, up and back. Head comes up first. Maybe less bend in the elbows. As the arm goes straighter, your head goes towards the front of the mat and the legs start to come up off of the mat. Play with the pose for 2 more breaths. And then fall out of it and find a healthy all fours position. Fingers forward, up on hands and knees. Lift your right leg up and back. We've already been here, but we'll add in different things now. Left arm out in front. Elevated bow pose. Reach back, grab hold of your foot, and lift higher. Release the leg and place the hand and knee down. Lift the left leg up. Extend the right hand forward. Bend the knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Elevated bow pose, opposite arm and leg here. Extend the arm and leg and lower down. Come down to your forearms. For dolphin pose, the hands can stay as wide as your elbows and shoulders, or interlace the hands to make more like a triangular shape, which can be more helpful. More traditional, hands stay apart. Dolphin, tuck the toes, lift your hips up, bend your knees, and walk your feet in until your hips keep going higher towards the sky. And then think little pulses with the chest, like heart back towards your feet, head towards your feet, trying to work through your arms. And I'm rocking a little bit forward and back on my feet. And then stay in your depth of dolphin pose. Maybe legs a little straighter as the hamstrings, spine, shoulders start to open for us. This is asking a lot in all of our joints. Lower knees down to the mat. Stretch back to forearm plank, so now straight legs. Look forward past your hands, lift the chin, chest a little bit. Head up, heart open. We've made it last day of February. Here for it. Lie flat down onto your belly. Think of the elevated bow pose you just did, but now we're down on the floor, 2 hands, 2 feet at the same time. Bend your knees, reach your hands back, hold on to the air, or hold on to the front of your feet. Spread your toes to help activate the muscles in the legs. Lift your legs higher, lift your chest higher. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Exhale, release it down. Push back to child's pose. Come up to kneeling in the center of your mat. We've been taking camel pose from the strength in the legs. It's here again, arms straight out in front of you, kneeling. Push the top of your feet down to the mat, squeeze your glutes. As you look towards your fingertips, lean back. Where does the body allow? And then come back upright. Do it again, lean back, hold. Come back upright. This time we'll move the hands to the heels for camel, so you lean back. One hand holds on to your heel. 2 hands hold on to the heels. Then push the hips forward more. Lift the chest up, look up. To get out of this, you can safely sit, butt down to the heels. If you're used to coming up to that neutral kneeling position, that works too. Everyone, child's pose, knees pretty much together, big toes reaching towards each other. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your arms up to the sky, straighten the arms. Keep the head down. Try to send head to your knees or thighs rather than head to the floor. So there's a real sense of curling in, using the abdomen here for help. And then lift the torso upright, release the arms. Swing your legs around to the front. Take the hands, remember how we face thumbs forward, fingers out to the side. Do that behind your back. Keep the legs straight. Look down at your toes. Keep looking at your toes and lift your hips up, up, up. When you lose sight of your toes, look at your hips and belly. And then glance up to where the wall and ceiling meet each other. Can you push your feet down, hands down, lift everything else up? And lower the hips. Cross at the ankles, flip over your body to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Step it all the way forward into your low lunge. Hands to your hips, come upright. Take the arms straight out in front of you now and cross the left elbow under the right. Hold on to your shoulders, or more traditional eagle arms. Go hold the back of the hands or the front of the hands. Take the back knee down, down, down to the floor. Send the hips a little more down and forward. Force of the front heel, push it down, pull it back, even as the hips want to descend forward and down. Breathe here. What's the lowest part of the body that you find your breath in? Lift from that point. Lift a little taller all the way through the spine and do a little back bend here. Head up, heart open. I surrender to this pose to let the peace in. Come back to your neutral position. Keep the arms an eagle. Lift the back leg off of the mat. Lift the back knee off of the mat. Okay, full eagle pose. This is where we step it forward and wrap. Left leg over the right. As you balance here, squeeze everything that's touching stronger into the midline. Chair pose. Set the left foot down, unwrap the arms. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold. And step back to dog pose. Lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Step forward to your lunge. Hands to your waist, build the torso upright. Okay, arms out in front, right elbow under the left. Hold to your shoulders, the back of the hands or the front of the hands. Nice and slow, lower the right knee down to the floor. Pull the back knee forward, front heel back. From that energy in the legs, send the hips a little down and forward. And lift the arms up and back. Come back to neutral. Lift the right knee off of the ground. Send the right leg over the left in eagle pose. Squeeze the knees in, the thighs in, the elbows in. Lean your head and shoulders back. Stamp the right foot down to the floor. Lift the arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Touch your fingertips down to the floor. Feels like we need to pedal out the feet here. Release the head. Dance a little. All right, moving on. Keep the right foot forward. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Spin the back heel down. Come up to warrior two. Open up the arms. Open up the hips and shoulders to the side. From warrior two, let's take right elbow down to our knee. Drop the left arm behind your back. Choose the stage that works for you. It's here, or it's shoulder to inner thigh, or it's hands under and behind the back to find bound lunge. And bound lunge, keep swinging your head still out towards the front knee. Try looking up to the sky. Everyone go back to your side angle, right elbow up to the knee, top arm palm down overhead. Keep the left arm palm down overhead. Come stronger into the abdomen to straighten your right leg. Go for this version of triangle pose with right fingertips to your leg or the floor. Left arm long overhead. Big, huge side body stretch here. Square your hips to the front foot. Change hands down. Rotate in your legs so your chest is face down towards your right leg here in pyramid pose. And take pyramid pose right into our twisted triangle. Left arm stays down, right arm up to the sky. I'm taking a broad twisted triangle today with the hand, left hand on the big toe side of the foot. Lower the right hand down. Little bend in both knees. Step it forward. Pedal out through the legs. Shake out the head. We're still dancing along here. Second side. Keep your left foot forward. Step your right foot back. Spin the back heel down. Come up to warrior two. All right, let's take it. Elbow to the knee. Drop the top arm behind your back. Work it here or work in lower. Shoulder to inner thigh. Work in here or take the bind. Left arm goes under your thigh, right hand behind your back. If you're like me, that sends the head forward and the butt back. Try to even those two pieces of the equation out. Send the head more towards the left foot, but more underneath you. Break your bind. Come elbow back to the knee. Reach the right arm, palm down overhead. Re-strengthen pelvic floor up to the abdomen. Straighten the left leg. Send the left arm to your leg or the ground. Keep reaching the right arm long overhead. Huge stretch here. Square the torso, shoulders, head. Look down towards the left foot. Hands on either side. Change the feet around a little bit. Square the hips. From pyramid pose, twisted triangle, right hand stays down, lift your left arm up. Think left hip up and back, right hip around and down. Both hands back down. Again, bend both knees, step forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana, stay there. Breathe there. Bring your hands to your hips, point your elbows to the sky, push down into your feet and come all the way up. I'm taking a step back so I'm just a little more in the center of the mat. Can we lift our heels off of the mat and balance? Take your arms out in front to help you with that balance. Keeping the heels up as much as you can. Squat, knees go straight ahead, heels stay lifted. Slowly, slowly, slowly sit down onto your heels. Once you're there, shift again. Sit down onto your butt. Take the feet out in front of you for boat pose. Lift them up. Arms straight, legs straight, best of your ability. We got it. Lower the feet. Lie down onto your back. This is firmly rotated pose. If you can, have enough space to take the arms full out into a T position. and legs straight up to the sky. Option here is to do this with bent knees. The challenge is to do it with straight legs. Send your feet towards the first side. I'm just going to say first side. Feet towards the first side. Reach your feet towards your outstretched hand if your legs are straight. And then come straight back up into the center. If you're going about this with bent knees, try to keep the knees over the same line as your hips the whole time. Send it to the second side in firmly rotated pose. This is super work in the sides of the torso, the obliques. Bring it back into the center. We're going each side one more time, so send your feet towards the first side. Try to hover those feet right above the hand if you're going for straight legs. And then bring it into the center. Go off to your second side. Back into the center. Bend your knees, fold them into your chest, give yourself a good squeeze. And then rock up to a seated position. Can you hold your balance and extend one more time into that boat pose? From boat, set your feet down on the floor, the hands back behind you, again with the thumbs faced forward, the fingers out to the side. We've done that a few times. Reverse table, lift your butt up, lift your thighs. Keep looking at your belly, your hips, your thighs, your knees. Pull your right knee into your chest, stretch the leg as straight as you can up to the sky. Knee in and down. Of course, the option not to lift the leg. If you're going for it, second side, left knee in, up, in, and down. Lower both hips. This is like boat pose. You repeat boat or hold on to your big toes and do boat with the closed chain holding onto your toes. Release the pose, cross at your ankles, come over to all fours, stretch back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Lower it down to the mat. Reach the hands back behind you. Palms turn up. Inhale, lift everything that you can up off of this mat. Part of my surrender for this class. Exhale, lower it down. Was to actually complete this whole sequence. Pose by pose, we are right on track to get it done. Push back to child's pose. Take out the extra, and we just keep doing it. All right, right knee, lock it behind the left leg. Squeeze your heels in so the calves touch. Sit back on your calves as much as you can. Torso lifted, strong in the abdomen. Hold on to your knees. Lion's breath, y'all ready? Close your eyes, stick out your tongue, and let's do it. Ah! Come on over to the second side. So we need left knee to cross behind the right knee. If anything, that scream is just a release for this calf pressure you got going on here. Sit up tall, hands to the thighs, close the eyes, stick out your tongue, and ah! Come on back to all fours. Energy to keep going, right? Curl up to your toes so you're like in a little bear crawl position. And then crawl your knees all the way up onto your upper arm bones. Bend your elbows so the knees stick into the pocket of your armpit or on the shelf of your upper arm bone. Crane pose, lift your feet off the ground. If crane pose comes pretty easy to you, can you do it with your ankles crossed? Crane pose, ankles crossed. Push through your thumb and first finger so the arms go straighter. That gives you an idea of what you have to do in peacock pose to get head and feet up off the ground at the same time. Straighter arms. Okay, feet go down. Crawl it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Lower down to your belly. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift everything that you can up off of the mat. Exhale, lower down. Child's pose. From child's pose, malasana, your yogi squat. Have your feet wide, heels on the mat, toes off the mat. Drop your butt down. Lift your chest. I like to take hands to prayer and push the upper arm bones into the inner thighs to get a little more lift here. Your option to stay right here in malasana or to go for arm pressure pose. For arm pressure pose, take your arms out, lift your seat halfway up, thread your arms through your legs. And then it's the backwards hands. So now fingertips face towards your heels. It feels like backwards hands in any case. And you sit onto the shelf of your upper arm bones. Take your feet off the floor and try to cross at your ankles, just like if you did that in Bakasana. Everyone find malasana, yogi squat again. And then downward facing dog again. Come forward to plank, lie down onto your belly. We've done hands extended and up, interlaced behind your back. Now arms stay straight, bend your knees. Make the feet touch, knees stay apart. Inhale, lift everything that you can up. If you'd like to trade this into your bow pose, hold on to your ankles and lift. Exhale, release. We'll push back to child's pose again. We go a little bit back and forth, back and forth. Okay, downward facing dog. Step your right foot halfway up like a short lunge. Send it under the body. Lower your legs. Lower down to your forearms. So your legs try to make an L shape. You are twisted in your upper body, looking straight down at the mat. We're moving from here into the arm balance. If the stretch is feeling nice, you stay here for an extra 60 seconds. If you want to get into this arm balance, place your hands back like you do in low push-up. Push through your feet to lift your arms and hips off of the ground. Pull back onto your right leg until we can again form that shelf and match the right outer thigh to the left upper arm. And then you send yourself forward until the feet can extend and come off of the ground. Ekapada Kundanyasana. 1. Everyone stretch your way back to downward facing dog. And then step the left foot halfway up, that short lunge. That's usually the first step that a lot of us get, and then we help ourselves to the full stride. Stay with the short stride. Send the leg under your body, and then lie your hips down. Twist the torso, so you're looking down at your mat to go forearms down. And again, choice here. Stay, enjoy, breathe. Great, awesome stretch on the IT band of that left leg, especially the more we hike the left leg up. Or go for Ekapada Kundanyasana. Bui. Back to the hands. Lift the hips up. Drag the left foot back in a little bit. Bend the elbows. Match left outer thigh to the right upper arm bone. In best case scenario, your left elbow is free, not sitting on your hip, and you lean forward. Feet up. Everyone, extract yourself back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees. Cross at your ankles so you can shoot your legs out in front of you. Lie all the way down onto your back. Little bit more. Keep surrendering to the movement, to the pose. That's where we keep coming into the power. Hug the knees into your chest. Cross the right leg over your left like you're trying to do eagle pose. Take the arms out in either direction and then set both knees down to the left side. I'm opting for this pose instead of Tibetan Weaponry 3. I think this is our best benefit right now. Come back to the center. Switch the cross, left leg over the right. Squeeze the legs in and take them to the second side. Quick little low back release here. Bring the legs back to the center, unwrap. Rock yourself back up to a seated position. So much forward and back here. Trying to do the work of the pose and then the counter work. From this upright seated position, legs straight ahead. Lean towards your right side so that you can kick your left heel towards your seat. Quad stretch. You can stay right there with the quad stretch or lie it down, front of your foot, heel right against your outer seat, fully closed knee joint. With the fully closed knee joint, you can always open up the angle a little bit to the side. Lean back. If it works to lean back, does it work to lift the left arm up and enhance that a little bit more? Safely come back upright. Lean towards the right so the left leg is unweighted and then release. Second side, lean over to the left side and then it's the right leg that's taking the closed joint position. Heel right against the outer sit bone. Again, the knee can broaden a little bit out to the side. I try to go super slow and safe here because this is a trouble spot for me. If it works for you to lean back or to extend the right arm, go for it. And then we may move our way back upright. Body weight off of the right leg and then extract it. Come around to all fours and step the right foot forward. Bring the hands up to the front thigh. Work your left knee further back than the line of the hip, so there's an angle. Place the hands on the front thigh and really smooth out. From here, nice strong quad stretch. You work there. You work the next level, heel in towards outer sit bone. Still good there. It's same hand to the foot, turn and look at it. Still good there. Try to slip the crease of the elbow and then turn left hand up to the sky, right hand up to the sky. If that still works for you, bind. Right hand behind your back, lean your head into the upper arm, way back like we did at the very beginning of class. Release of your quad stretch. Come around to all fours. Send your left foot forward. Hands up to your front thigh. Smooth your arms down the leg as you send your hips down and forward. Kick your right heel in towards your seat. Hold on to it. Do the stage, the work that you can do here. Crease of the elbow. Turn the right hand up towards the sky. To me, that's where like the real stuff starts to happen. Trying to turn the right hand up and then torso back to the front. Left arm up or hooked. Carefully release your pose. We all stretch to downward facing dog. Yogis, one more big pose. Forward to plank, lie down onto your belly, turn over onto your back. Last big ask right here, soles of the feet to the mat. Belly up, back bend. Make it yours. Is it bridge pose for you? Is it upward facing bow? Some combination. If you're in bridge pose, press feet, shoulders, head down, lift the hips up. If you're going for wheel pose, upward facing bow, same thing. It's hands, fingers face towards your shoulders, elbows, and your peripheral vision. Press through hands and feet to lift up. Make arms and legs as straight as you can in your upward facing bow. Everyone carefully come out of your pose. Hug your knees into your chest. Hug tight. Squeeze in. Lift your head and shoulders off of the mat. Squeeze tighter. Rock yourself up for one more seated position. Legs straight out in front of you. Kick the right heel towards your left seat. Send the right knee down more towards the floor and lean over. Make your way up and over to the other side. So extend the right leg, kick your left heel towards the outer right seat. Knee down, lean over. I like to hold hands just on the floor on either side. You can hold your extended foot if you'd like. Okay, bound angle. Soles of your feet together. Pull the heels in as close to the pelvic floor as feels right. Hold on to ankles or toes. Push feet in. Extend the knees out in either direction. Nice time to turn your gaze low or even close the eyes here. We've done a lot of fire log pose over the past week. Give it a go here for the last ask. Cross the right ankle more towards the left side. And then left ankle on top of the right thigh. Close the space between your shins as much as works for you. Sit tall. I like to press my hands on the top knee and foot. Push the foot into the hand and the knee into the hand. Keep energizing. Lean back, switch the legs. Left ankle on bottom, right ankle on top. Move the thighs and butt out of the way, kind of shift back to let the shins stack more easily. Calm the body, calm the breath. Come out of your fire log crows pose, just an easy cross-legged seat. As you sit in your cross-legged seat, take 5 deep breaths. 5 deep breaths and just easy cross-legged seat. Really allowing the release. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. You're welcome to stay in that seat of meditation or lie down here on your back. Allow yourself this longer moment of pause. It's the universe starting the work. As always, you are welcome to stay longer in Shavasana, longer in your meditation. As you are ready, though, a little movement in fingers and toes. If you're lying back, take your time. Come on back to a seated position. Take your hands into your closing gesture. Thank you for this practice of movement and surrender, for this month of head up, heart open. Can't wait to keep practicing with you. Let's close in the sound of Om that will move us right in to the rest of our day. Empty out the breath. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. right. Thank you all.